Fit to Love is physical, emotional, and spiritual fitness to achieve the happy life you deserve. From exercise to cooking, relationships, and spirituality, you'll find all the inspiration you need right here with our host, JJ Flizanes.
Welcome to Fit to Love, Movement Mondays, all about exercise, all about movement, all about you. If you have an exercise you'd like us to address on a future show, please make sure to send us an email, info@invisiblefitness.com. Enjoy the show. Today's show, how to get rid of belly fat. I love this topic because the myth we talked about in last week's show about the proper form for crunches is that you cannot spot reduce. So think about it. If doing abdominal crunches burned the fat off of your abs, why wouldn't you just do it until it worked, right? If it was gonna work, it would have worked. But we're so engulfed with all these exercises and machines to whittle down your waist, but it doesn't work that way. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is the exercise part of this. Can exercise burn belly fat? Absolutely. Can you decide where the fat comes off of? No, your body's gonna do that. That's a genetic use of your body. That's how your body's gonna figure it out. You have no control over that. What you have control over is your metabolism, your resting metabolism, and how many calories you're burning, how many calories you're eating, what kinds of foods you're eating that affect what looks like belly fat. So first I have to point out that your stomach is up here. Your organ of the stomach is different than your abs. Your abs are muscles. So when people say, I want to do stomach exercises, you're actually not being very correct about what exactly it is you want to do. Your abs, like we talked about last week, connect from your rib cage down to your pelvis. And when you do any kind of crunches, you're going to activate all that tissue. Now underneath that, you've got all of your organs. You've got your stomach up here, and then your whole digestive tract down here. Your colon and intestines lives in the place you think is considered your stomach. So if you have a bloating or it's stiff or it's, you're having some digestive stress, some of that's going to come from the food that you're eating. So it actually has nothing to do with your exercise. So I'm going to quickly just mention 3 foods that cause digestive stress: gluten, dairy, and sugar. All 3 very highly inflammatory foods that we deal with in a Tasty Tuesday. But I just want to mention that when you have digestive stress, it's going to show up right here, which is going to look like belly fat. But if you get rid of the bloating, that might lose a few pounds of water weight, but all of a sudden the appearance of your belly fat looks so much better. So now we're on to, what is belly fat? Belly fat, once you take out the bloating, is really about your body fat percentage. So how do you change your body fat percentage? Because you know what? We all have a six-pack underneath the fat. So regardless of how many crunches you do, it's about getting rid of the fat on top, because it goes skin, then fat, then muscle. So depending on how much fat you have will determine how well we can see those muscles. And the bigger the muscle, but yet the bigger the fat, you're just going to get a bigger area, but you're not actually going to get definition. So to decrease your body fat percentage, we need to talk about metabolism, which we're going to do on next week's show. So remember, belly fat is a combination of the bloating or digestive stress that you're having, which distends your belly out there, and then your body fat percentage. And when it comes to exercise, you want to make sure you're doing exercises that increase your metabolism and that effectively burn calories. And once you put all 3 of those things together, this starts to take effect and get a little smaller, a little tighter, and you can see some definition.
The Fit to Love podcast show offers you 6 days a week of helpful content to achieve the happy life you deserve. Movement Mondays and Tasty Tuesdays are weekly video casts, while Wellness Wednesdays, Thoughtful Thursdays, Freedom Fridays, and Sexy Saturdays are audio-only shows themed every week to address your holistic life and needs. If the show inspired you, we would love for you to share it and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us today. Head on over to fittolove.tv for recaps of every show, resources, and to join the community. That's FIT2LOVE.tv. Have a fit and fabulous day.